talk about our facelift results and how we can achieve facelift. Before we move into the techniques, I wanted to share with you the reason why we start to have drooping skin. And a lot of people, I'm going to quickly stop sharing my slides. A lot of people who come to me, my students, I had over 56,000 people who tried my programs worldwide. And one of the most common issues that they come to me with is that they say, well, when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like my face looks tired, or I look sad or angry, and I don't feel this way. Or people come to me and they say, are you feeling okay? Are you tired or are you upset? And they feel themselves good on the inside, but their face reflects that something is going on and they don't like that look. And if you can relate to that, please let me know in the chat. You can just type yes if you can relate to this as well. Maybe your face started to look tired or sad or angry, but you feel great on the inside and you want to reflect those emotions to the outside. And the reason why this is happening is because we have something that's called angle of beauty or triangle of beauty. And what happens in that case is when we're younger, our triangle is flipped upside down, where at the bottom of the face, we have nice and sculpted features and we have more fullness at the top. But when we start aging, which actually is not about aging at all, and I'm going to introduce to you a lot of information today that you'll be surprised about. But as we start to accumulate certain issues, this triangle starts to flip and we start to gain more fullness at the bottom of our face compared to the top. So what does this mean? We start to experience jowls. And as you can see on the left-hand side, those are jowls, which is the skin sagging at the bottom of our face that creates that kind of heavy look for our face. We experience marionette lines. Marionette lines are the lines below our lips that drag our lips down, and we start to experience this sad-looking appearance. Also, the corners of our mouth move down because of marionette lines, and we look sad without us being sad. We experience double chin, which is the fullness under our chin. And usually this issue is something that we develop when we're younger as well. And that's because there is a cause for that, which I'll talk about. Another issue that people experience is nasolabial folds. And nasolabial folds are usually the lines near our nose, near our mouth, that become deeper and deeper over time, and again creating that sad or tired looking face. Smoker lines, we're going to talk about how to smooth out smoker lines today. Even though you're not smoking but you have those lines above your lip, you're not alone. A lot of people experience them, and that's because of the causes that I'm going to discuss in just a couple of seconds. Turkey neck. Who here has turkey neck? And turkey neck is essentially a double chin, but it doesn't have fullness. It just has excess skin that is developed under our chin that a lot of people are not happy about. And we're going to discuss that in more details as well. Well, what does plastic surgeon or cosmetic provider will tell you for all these issues that I just named? And I see in the chat that a lot of you can relate to. Well, they will probably or most likely recommend you to get a surgical facelift. And a lot of people speculate that my students receive facelifts with those results that they see. But actually, if you get a facelift, you know that you will not look like yourself. Your skin will start to be extra stretched because the surgeons, they look at our face from the perspective that you have excess skin. But I always teach my students that there is nothing excess in our body. And if you agree with that, type yes right now in the chat. There is nothing excess in our body. We're given the skin, we're given the amount of collagen and elastin under our skin that is brought to us with our DNA. We cannot change that. But why do we start to have that sagging skin? Well, I'm going to discuss that in a couple of seconds. At this point, just know that there is nothing excess in our body, and the skin that is stretched due to surgery is going to give you back flashes afterwards if you go with the surgical facelift. And also look at the price of the facelift. It ranges from as little as $11,000 to $17,000 to achieve a facelift, and also lots of side effects and consequences after a couple of years pass by. Well, we start to develop sagging skin and all these issues that I just named, not due to aging. It's not due to gravity like a lot of people think. If you look at scientific evidence, if you look at anatomy of our body and physiology, and you dive into the science of what is actually going on, the gravity has little to do with our aging science. It's not due to collagen loss or fatty tissue ptosis. It's because we have certain things that are going on in our body that we need to reverse. And this is what I call my BML approach. It's a scientifically backed approach that I came to conclusion with after completing several cadaver courses, attending different seminars and conferences about aging, about fascia, about our skin. And once you realize that if we have those three issues, we start aging. If we remove those three issues, we start to look younger. Well, the first issue is muscle tension. If our muscles become tight within our face, they start to prevent blood flow from moving well. So if you have tightness in your facial muscles, which a lot of people do, and today we'll talk about that and do a couple of tests to realize whether you have it or not, but a lot of people do, and the tightness in our face blocks blood flow from moving freely within our face. And when the blood flow is not able to move freely, that means that the water, the lymph, is not able to move freely, and it starts to accumulate in certain areas of our face. And once we have all these things, once we accumulate all these issues, we start to age. So my face fitness system that I introduce to my students, to my clients, is based on that. In my face fitness system, we relax facial muscles, we boost blood flow to the face, and we remove excess lymph or water retention that accumulated over the years in our face. And I'm not just giving you simple empty words. My system, actually my techniques that I'm going to introduce to you today, they have been analyzed by two governing bodies, the College of Manual Therapy and Bodyworks and the College for Estheticians. And both of these bodies approve the techniques to be safe, to be correct, to be beneficial for our beauty. And today I'm going to share with you how to practice face fitness correctly. And once you practice it correctly, your muscles start to relax, your lymph starts to flow freely, and your blood is boosted to your face, and you start to experience rejuvenating results. No matter your age, no matter your issue that you came to with today, you're going to be able to find your answer. So I hope you're excited. But before we dive into the techniques, I wanted to share with you how face fitness actually works on my students. Well, meet one of my students who I met recently. She is a 47-year-old who came to me with different issues actually that you can probably relate to as well. One of the issues is jowls that I talked with you today, and I explained what it is. Another issue is nasolabial folds. And just if you look at the face, you can see that there is a lot of tension in facial muscles, and there is lack of blood flow to the face. And when we lack blood flow to the face, we start to experience sagging of the skin and we lose support from facial muscles. So this is what we usually experience. And after completing my facelift marathon, my brand new marathon, the results are incredible. As you can see on the screen, look at the lower part of the face. The lower part started to lift up and everything started to look more glowy and rejuvenated. And this is all achieved through face fitness, not through surgery, not through Botox or fillers like a lot of people think. This is actually achieved through face fitness. And for those of you who do not believe that this is possible to do through face fitness, I actually have my student here with me, and I'm going to invite her to the screen so you guys can see and you guys can hear about her experience. And we're going to do face fitness live with you right now so that you can experience those results for yourself. So please come in here, Connie, have a seat and introduce yourself to people. Hi, Connie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Connie.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself and please tell me, how are you feeling after going through this whole experience?
Thank you. I'm Connie. I'm 47. I started this program about 6 weeks ago, and I'm feeling great. As you can see, the results have been amazing. I'm feeling more brightened, more lifted, and just overall just feel better about myself.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I wanted to share with people your facial results as well. If you can lift your chin and show the results. I'm going to give you back the photo that I shared before. So this was Connie a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, lots of volume loss at the bottom of the face. And you can come a little bit closer so people can see right now. You can see that she had a lot of tension in her facial muscles, and we'll talk about which facial muscles particularly had tension. And you can come slightly closer. Yes, there you go. Perfect. So you can see that the lower part of the face had excess skin that plastic surgeons usually call excess skin. But here I'm going to share with you what was actually going on with Connie. And again, this was just a couple of weeks, and you keep seeing those results as you keep doing face fitness regularly, right? So let's talk about the first issue that a lot of people have is posture issues, right? So a lot of us, we have tension in our neck and our trapezius muscle. And I remember when you just came to me, you had a lot of tension in your neck. And you can see now that your neck is quite smooth and lifted. And what happens when we have tension in our neck, everything starts to be pulled downwards. So for those of you guys who have posture issues, you're probably experiencing the same issues. And that's because, again, looking back at science, we can see that our trapezius muscles, they are connected to our face. They're connected to our neck, and our neck is connected to our face. And this is, again, backed by science. And for those of you who tend to be on your phone like this, if you look down at your phone, did you use?
Yes.
Yeah. Was your lifestyle more of a sedentary lifestyle, or used to move a lot?
Yes, I work in an office. I'm constantly, and even just at home, we're just constantly glued to our phones, so my neck is always down.
Yes. And did you usually experience tension in your shoulders?
Yes,
and your
definitely.
neck? Did you have any headaches as well?
Yes, tension and throughout my back, and then that radiated down my neck as well.
Yeah. So that's usually very common for a lot of people. And for those of you guys who can relate as well, you probably can understand what Connie went through, and you're probably in the same boat right now. So what would you say was the first kind of sign that this was working for you? Did you feel like your neck was less tight, or what were you experiencing?
Yeah, definitely less tension, less headaches, and just an overall sense of like the brightness. Those are the most of the first signs that I saw, as well as acne. I used to get like a lot of acne. I've been having minor breakouts, if any at all, in the last few weeks. So
wow. Your skin is very clear right now. And actually acne is something that is very common when we have stagnant lymph. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about our lymph, and let's talk about how to relax our neck muscles and our facial muscles. So I'm going to draw on you a little bit, Connie, if that's okay. So I'm going to share with people platysma muscle. So platysma muscle, it starts to be attached at our collarbones, and it's a quite large muscle that extends all the way through our neck and towards our face here. Look at this nice jawline that Connie has now. And our platysma muscle ends somewhere here. So all this area is our platysma muscle. So imagine for Connie and for people who tend to slouch when they're sitting, looking down at the phone or computer, they tend to have tightness in their neck. So even if right now you extend your face towards the front and lower your head down, you'll see that you have those bands that develop. Those are platysma bands. Those are the tension in platysma muscle. So what happens with this muscle, imagine this is our muscle and it becomes tight. When the muscle is tight, when we're always in this position, it becomes frozen in this position. When it's frozen, it starts to pull all the tissues with it. So towards the center, it shortens itself and pulls our skin down. And what do we experience? We experience sagging at the jawline area. And when we have sagging here, we develop a nice pocket that's called jowls. And when jowls develop, the area of our skin, it becomes quite empty here. And what happens is the lymph, the liquid that's supposed to move freely up and down our face when there is no tightness in the neck, But if there is tightness, the water retention starts to accumulate and move to this empty pocket here. So this empty pocket creates jowls, but also what happens is the skin keeps getting dragged down and it starts to develop marionette lines. So the line here right under our corner of the mouth, and the corner of the mouth starts being dragged down because there are other facial muscles that are involved, which I'll talk in a couple of seconds. So let's try to relax our platysma muscle first, all together. Place your fingers on your collarbones, so on the collarbones here, yeah, or even just a little bit above collarbones, whatever works best for you. Now, we're going to lift our chin up and notice how we've developed a nice stretchy sensation in our neck area. This stretchy sensation is the stretch of our platysma muscle, the muscle that we were just discussing with you. So we're going to take it one step further. We're going to create this kissing motion like this with our lips, and you'll feel a bit more stretch under your chin here, right, Connie? Do you feel it? Awesome. Now make sure that your shoulders are down, both of your feet are on the floor, and we're going to start moving our chin slowly from one side. Our lips are together. From one side, stretch here and hold for a couple of seconds. Notice how the side of your neck becomes stretched. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back slowly to the center and tilt your head to the opposite direction and hold. I would like you to move your chin slightly. Yes, like this. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center and lower your chin down and tap under your chin. How are you feeling?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can really feel it's stretching out and smoothing out.
Yeah, awesome. Now we're going to relax our other muscle that's called sternocleidomastoid muscle, those two big muscles here. You can see it on Connie if you lower your head slightly to the front. Actually, like so. Yeah, you can see here, this is the muscle that pops up. This is sternocleidomastoid muscle. And this muscle is also quite a large muscle, and it's connected with our platysma muscle. And those two muscles usually are involved in lower part of the face, and it causes us to experience sagging of the skin at the bottom of our face. If the muscles are tight, they start to pull our face down. So let's relax those muscles. And for those of you who experience pain or uncomfortable sensations, you probably have tightness in your sternocleidomastoid muscle. So Connie, if you can turn slightly diagonally like this, we're going to start from this side. Grab your muscle with your right hand, yeah. And if you can't find it, lower your head. See, Connie already knows. Lower your head to the left side. Grab the muscle and come back to the center. And now we're going to massage it out like this from the top to the bottom, all across our neck, all across the muscle. If you notice any tension, that's the tension in the muscle of your sternocleidomastoid muscle. And once you massage it, it's going to be so amazing. You'll feel so much more release in this area. But right now, it will be uncomfortable. So let's connect our breath with this movement. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, release the tension through your mouth. Let it go and keep going up and down. Yes. And you can control the amount of pressure that you want for yourself. If it's too uncomfortable, for some face types, you have more tension in your facial muscles and neck muscles naturally. So you can ease the amount of pressure. And for those of you who don't feel much, you can dive a bit deeper and massage with your thumb and your other fingers around the muscle like so. Look how nice and pink your skin starts to turn. That's the blood flow coming to the face. Relax and gently tap on this muscle to calm the tissues down. How does that feel?
Good.
Good?
Yes.
Do you feel warm or maybe tingly sensation?
Yeah, a warmth on this side.
So that's the blood flow coming to the face. Now you can turn your head from side to side to notice the difference, and maybe like this, from one side to another, lowering the head. This side should be a bit more open.
Yes, this side is definitely more tense.
So let's make it even. We're going to massage this side now from the center to the top and then to the bottom. Yes, you can use both of your hands as well. That's a bit more advanced because for some people it's very uncomfortable, so you can massage with just one hand. But for those of you who are comfortable, you can massage with both hands. And again, moving up and down like this on our sternocleidomastoid muscle. I would like you, Connie, to move your head back to the center like this. Yes, so you're not lowering your head, but staying at the center. And you guys as well. Now is the good time to control. Our shoulders are down, both of our feet are on the floor, and we're moving up and down our neck to relax it out. Come back to the center and gently tap on this muscle. And again, you can connect the movement and see how it feels. Much more open, right?
Yes, much more even now.
Yes, perfect. Now we're going to move up, and we're going to talk about another muscle that is involved in lowering our face down and creating those issues that we're usually not very happy about. So, and that's our chewing muscles. So for those of you, you can come slightly here. For those of you who have tension in your chewing muscles, I remember you had a lot of tension in your chewing muscles. So as you can see on the screen, this is your chewing muscle, and I'll show you on the mannequin here as well. So your chewing muscle is located here, and if you can turn it the other way. So this is the chewing muscle here, and it's quite a large muscle it's one of the largest muscles of our face. And this muscle is very prone to tension, because if you're the type of person that clenches your teeth, grinds your teeth at night, or when you're stressed, you're tensing your jaw, if that's you, most likely you have tension in your chewing muscles. Is that the case for you?
Yes, I constantly find myself clenching. I have to tell myself to relax my muscles.
So imagine, let's connect with the other issue that we discussed. Imagine your posture is like this. You're constantly clenching your teeth when you're stressed. Everything becomes compressed and moves to the center of your body. Look at Connie now. She's quite open when she's sitting. But when I first met her, you were sitting like this.
Yes.
Because everything was coming to the center. All the tension was coming to the center. And that's how tight we are in our facial muscles and our neck muscles. That's why we need to reverse that. So let's reverse the tension in our chewing muscle. To locate our chewing muscle, we need to place our fingers next to our ear and clench our teeth and relax a couple of times. Clench, relax. Oh, it's so much better now compared to how it was.
Yeah.
But for you guys, you'll probably feel that bulgy sensation against your fingers. That's your chewing muscle. It's not here at the center. It's not next to your lips. It's right next to the ear, right in this area. So this is usually where the chewing muscle is. Clench for me. Yes, perfect. That's the area. So we're going to release this area. We're going to place our fingers behind our head like this. Yeah, you can just leave them flat. And our thumbs are going to be placed under our cheekbones. Yeah. So as long as you are able to cover this area, you're at a good spot. Now, we're going to open our mouth slightly up. And we're going to glide our fingers down towards the bottom of our jawline, like so, yes. So we're kind of extending and elongating our chewing muscle. And you can turn slightly this way so people can see. Yes. So gliding down our thumbs from our cheekbones towards the jawline. And notice how you feel that tension when you're gliding your fingers. You're able to maybe feel some pain or uncomfortable sensation. And that's the tension in our chewing muscles that prevents us from having nice and stretched skin on top of the muscle. Because keep going, guys. I'm just going to keep talking. Once we have tension in our chewing muscles, just like our neck muscles, when it's tight, it starts to shorten. And the skin from above that's supposed to be nicely stretched on this muscle, because this muscle is a bit about this big. Once it loses that support, the skin loses support, it starts to move to the center, creating nasolabial folds and marionette lines and fullness here. So relaxing those muscles is able to stretch the skin back to where it's supposed to be. So relax. Bring your shoulders down, and you can gently tap on your chewing muscles to calm the tissues down. How does that feel?
Much better.
Much better, right? How are you guys feeling? Please let me know as well. Again, the amount of, a lot of you are saying it hurts so much. A lot of you are saying that you wear night guards at night, so you might notice that you won't need them anymore after face fitness. So once you experience the relaxation of your facial muscles, it will be much better for your mind as well, because when we're so tight in our muscles, our mind becomes tight as well, and vice versa. When we're stressed, we clench our teeth. So once you relax your muscles, your mind starts to relax, and maybe right now you feel a bit more relaxed, a bit more calm, right?
Yes.
So let's keep going with our exercise. This is the second area that I wanted you to target. The next area is our depressor muscles. And depressor muscles are the muscles that lower face down. So for example, when you are sad, usually your muscles move down, and those are depressor muscles that lower your face down. When you're angry, you're tightening your eyebrows, everything moves to the center, depressing your face basically. So it depresses, moves everything downwards. So when these muscles become frozen or tight in that position of lowered, you start to experience not the most pleasant aging signs, which is usually marionette lines, downward facing mouth corners, nasolabial folds, and of course the issues at the top of the face as well, for example 11 lines and so on. But we're talking about our facelifting topic today. So if you have those issues, you need to relax your depressor muscles. So we're going to do that with you right now. Place your fingers on your chin. You can massage this side of your face. Okay. And we're going to use our opposite hand in this position. Our index and middle finger is going to be in a claw position. We're going to surround our jawline from both sides like this. Our head is going to be straight, but me and Connie, we're going to face a little bit diagonally so you guys can see what's going on. And we're going to make sure that our shoulders are down, both of our feet are on the floor, and we're going to glide our fingers along the jawline to sculpt the jawline first. Then we're going to connect our fingers together like this next to our ear and glide them up, 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 right next to our ear. Once we reach our hairline, we're going to move in vibrating motion towards the hair, all the way here to extend this nice facelift. And we'll keep going like this. So again, moving along the jawline, stretching the muscles, connecting our fingers, moving next to our ear, getting into our hairline, and then gliding our fingers in vibrating motion towards our hair. Keep going. We're moving here for about 30 seconds or so. And don't be very gentle with your skin. Actually dive deeper into the muscles so that you feel that tension getting released with your fingers. You're not just gliding gently on the skin. You will not be able to stretch your skin, don't worry. But we need to move our fingers towards the muscle so that we can relax the muscle. Let's do one more time. From the center towards the ear. Connect your fingers, glide next to the ear towards the hairline, and get your fingers towards the hairline. Come back to the center. Notice a nice lift and sculpting of your face. Again, this is just one exercise, but you already see the difference, right? Wow. Look at Connie as well. There is a bit more fullness here compared to this side. Now we're going to move towards another exercise. We'll place our fingers on our cheeks. And we're going to lift our skin slightly up with our hands, but make sure that you're not developing wrinkles under your eyes. So what I would recommend is to place your hands slightly this way. Yeah. So not like pointing towards your hairline, but pointing towards your ears. And we're going to open our face out like this. And with our lips, we're going to create an O shape. O, and hold this position. And as you're holding this position, notice how your muscles start to stretch. You're basically creating a counter action with your hands and your lips to stretch all these muscles that usually depress your face. Now you're lifting them back up and hold for 10, 9. Make sure that your shoulders are down. Both of your feet are on the floor. You're breathing and you're not tensing any other facial muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do not let go from your skin. In vibrating motion, we're going to start moving our hands towards our ears. Once we reach our ears, we're going to place our hands next to our ears. We're going to drain that excess lymph from our face down towards our neck and towards our collarbones. How are you guys feeling? Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So these were just a couple of exercises that I shared with you, and we already covered with you platysma muscle today. We started with relaxing this whole neck muscle. Then we moved towards our sternocleidomastoid muscle. Then we relaxed our chewing muscles, and then we relaxed our depressor muscles by lifting them back up and stretching them outwards. So I hope you're able to understand that to achieve facelift, it's a system issue. We need to have this proper system where all the muscles are interconnected. So Connie, please tell people, how did you feel after you started implementing face fitness into your life? Did you feel like it was something different? You haven't expected it to be like this, or just tell your thoughts?
I was worried that it was going to feel like homework that I'd have to do every day, like on top of all my daily routines. But I felt that I was almost craving it, like a meditation in the mornings. And then the more you do it, the more relaxed you feel, and obviously when you see results, it just feels great and you just want to keep doing it. So not too onerous, but it definitely feels very relaxing and uplifting.
Yeah.
Like you said, with the mind-body connection, like mental health-wise as well.
Yes. And what results have you experienced, and how long did it take you to start noticing those results?
So I'd say within the first week or so, I started to notice like slight changes. And then within the next like 2 or 3 weeks, I started to notice the actual differences. And then when I saw the before and after pictures, I was just as shocked as, a lot of people were as well. It just seemed so stark.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see myself every day, so it wasn't as noticeable to me. But now it feels like night and day.
Yeah, I can see that your face is more V-shaped now. And as you can see, the jawline as well, you can turn this way, there's a definition. And the cheek as well. I brought it up to Connie. I was like, do you notice how plump your cheeks are right now? Because when she first came to me, and again, I can bring back the image. I know you don't want to see it, but I want to share with people how it looked like before. Because when you first came to me, I could see that the volume was lost from your cheeks. And that's what happens to a lot of people. You can come this way a bit to me so people can see now. So notice how the cheeks before, they were not as plump. And now look at this volume here. It started to it started to come back to where it's supposed to be. And what a lot of people think is that, well, I need to get plastic surgery and lift everything back up. No, you will just look stretched, but you will not have volume in your cheeks. But look at this volume now. Look at this definition and look at the jawline as well. Oh, let me turn this back on. There you go. Yes, so you can see that a nice definition is now developed, a definition of the jawline as well. And that's the result of just 10 minutes per day.
Yes.
That's what you were doing, right?
Yes.
10 minutes per day and for just a couple of weeks, and it starts to get reversed. So as long as you're staying consistent and you know what you're doing and you follow a proper system, you start noticing those results. All right. Thank you, Connie, for being here. I'll let you go, but we'll continue with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So do you guys have any questions about our techniques today? A lot of people are asking, when should we do face fitness? You can do it any time of the day, whenever it's comfortable for you. But I always tell my students it's better if you do it in the morning compared to in the evening, so that you're able to place everything back to where it's supposed to be. And you're able to see those results during the day and develop muscle memory, because once your muscles are relaxed, you're able to send those impulses to your brain to be able to get back to this relaxation. So again, facelift is a system issue. And the system is relaxing muscles, boosting blood flow to the face, and removing excess lymph, which is the water accumulation in our face. This is my other student who is in a different age group. Connie was 47. This one is 58. But again, equal result, amazing result. Look at the lower part of the face getting nice and lifted for just 10 minutes per day after following Face Fitness System. This is her side profile. Again, look at the volume at the bottom of her face before, and look at this nice definition. You can probably see similarities between what you saw on Connie today, how she had fullness at the bottom, and now everything started to become more lifted, more defined, and there is nice shadowing happening happening because we removed excess lymph. This is my other student, age 55. For her case, actually, it's very interesting because she did not speak English at all. She's a Spanish speaker. And when she came to me, her daughter was translating this, our whole appointment. And I was not sure how she will be able to follow the techniques, but the techniques are super simple, as you guys can see, and how you're able to follow it as well. And this is her incredible result. And if you guys want to achieve this incredible result as well, I'm finally here with my brand new marathon that is now part of my Face Fitness system, and it's a facelift marathon. And this facelift marathon is loved by so many people worldwide, and it's equally beneficial for all ages and all face types. So no matter how old you are, no matter what your face type is, and no matter what issues you have, you'll be able to see incredible results.